Here, 11 o'clock, Tuesday, the 18th of June, 2019. E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. Well, we've talked about the potential today to hit that 36 to 38 target. And we're not trying to limit trades to the upside. We're just trying to pick logical targets. 37.5 does show up, WT2. So we're close. We're within a point of what we thought might be our next target range. Anybody long side stops up. We may be getting to the consolidation phase. Legitimate targets we had today, obviously even higher than the 35, our next potential target we had talked about. And I think right now we're at the consolidation phase where trying to seek that 36 to 37.5. We'd talked about that earlier. Let's use 38 as our next resistance target. So as you approach that, make sure you bring your stops up if you're in this trade. Demon has been taken out. It said buying pullbacks would probably yield better results than just trying to close your eyes and short. There's a 5-minute chart. Here's your 15. Still got air on it. You can see how the 5 really helps you here. Trusting that instead of just waiting for a pullback that you feel more comfortable with. Same with the 30. Got a lot of air. So whenever we have air, you try to go back to the chart that does not have air. And back it up with those other charts. So this clearly doesn't have air on it because we're running into the fast moving average. And one of the things that you try not to do is get in the way of your own trades. And sometimes on a rabid dog day, you can get 2 or 3 or 4 days of VIG in one day, as long as you don't fight it. Then you're playing with the market's money. Okay, our natural resistance zone right now is this 36, 37.5 WT2. And again, reminding traders you don't have to short just because you'd like to take your profits. If you've had a good morning, this is a good time. We may get one more high before the morning's done, but make sure you're paid coming into this 36. T2 is 37.5. WT2. I've got 38.5, beginning of the highest level from last month. And this little guy right here undercut low and regained it and then was off to the races. Very tough trade for most traders to understand until it's way too late, that undercut low. Hope you've had a good morning. Keep an eye on ticks today. Maybe a little tick divergence here, right? Another high, but lower high on the ticks. Secondary indicator, but we keep an eye on it. Protect your profits if you're long. If you have no profits to risk, you should not even be thinking about trying to short today. Learn to get it in the primary trade. That gives you the right to try whatever you want. We still haven't even had the impact of the red line or the blue line yet today. I said, I don't think the high is in. Now I'm starting to hedge my bet and say, is the high in? I'm still thinking we've got another high before the day's done. Or at least another push and a retest failure attempt. Paid for sure. Thanks, Don. Yeah, Zeke's already pointed out the 43 target. And at this point, a reminder, we've already identified last year's high at 47 as a key player going forward. Above that, we're flying again, and below that, obviously, we're still in last year's range. Fed up. All I can say is I have found that to be a huge edge in the market. Buying into FOMC. And in this case, the nasty thing was yesterday, they just made us sit and wait. But then when they tipped their hand overnight, you just got to say, okay, they're playing that game. They ditched the longs, and now they're going to squeeze shorts. Right. I agree. Totally agree. And Don is saying that he thinks the high may not be in, but certainly the low is. Totally agree. Everything is in sync right now. But I think we're nearing the target zone for today. If we get into the 40s today, that's possible. It would still surprise me. But that 37.5 to 38 has not been ruled out. Henro. Thanks, Kyle. You guys are a great team. I'll tell you, I like the comments that we get from you guys. Very smart.